Hello, welcome back to another episode of Modded Kerbal Space Program, where we've discovered a fatal flaw in our unmanned ship design.
Heat.
So we're going to have to be more careful in the future, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I wonder with the... Well, no, because you had the same problem with your Earthbound probe.
Yep. I did.
So where is...
Speaking of my Earthbound probes, I am now around the Mun.
I can see that. Because I am about ready to join the crazy station here. Just to...
Not exactly in a polar orbit. We'll have to fix that then. But for the moment, we're just going to bring down our apoapsis. To roughly where we want it to be. Alright, that's probably good enough. And then right about here, we will add a maneuver that should bring us into a more direct polar orbit. Something like that. Let's find the maneuver. And then warp to the maneuver. And do our burn. Roughly. Okay, what are you working on?
I was thinking if I can get... With the crazy station, I was thinking if I can get a Duna intercept.
With the crazy station?
Yes. Or not a Duna intercept.
I was like, there's no way you have enough Delta V to get to Duna with the crazy station.
Nope.
Especially given how out of position we are.
Yes. No, to get to I actually got close to Midmiss.
Huh. So waste heat is going up.
Yeah, I've got
In this ship.
some waste heat on the crazy station.
Luckily, I don't really have to do anything with it here. I just need to transmit, analyze, and transmit the data from here. And then now I just need to figure out how to... Have I done this? Let me see here. Gravimetric... I actually haven't done the gravimetric from here. I'll transmit it. Why not? Oh, no, there it goes. Alright, let's see if I can get a Midmiss encounter as well. Add a maneuver here. Burn. Oh. Well, that's miserable. Right. Okay. No. What's the best way to do this? Probably just get out of the Mun's sphere of influence first. Ugh.
Now, given the nature of the game, I've got Bob and Valentina on the crazy station.
Uh-huh.
We can do one of two things. I can bring the crazy station back in Mun orbit and then do a rendezvous and get these two off the station and return them safely. Or I can just crash it into the Mun and then Bob and Valentina will magically reappear into the space station because we're not playing hardcore.
All right.
I think I'm just going to opt to crash it into the Mun.
Okay. Why are you trying to bring them back?
I don't think I have enough Delta V to make it to Minmus.
Really?
I have.
How much Delta V do you have?
Hold on, all my UI has moved around. Orbit, vessel. Well, actually, I have 765 Delta V.
That is not very much.
It is not. Given Duna's current position, let's.
Okay. I probably do have enough, but I really need to not be in a polar orbit of the Mun.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's going to put me on an escape trajectory. We don't want an escape trajectory. That would be bad.
Probably not.
Although an escape trajectory right now only cost me 100 and some odd Delta V. So let's bring this back in. So that would get us that kind of orbit.
All right, let's give this a shot. What is going on here?
So, if we're going to screw them, we're going to screw them trying random stuff I've learned from hard science fiction novels. So, all right. So, we know that that it takes less Delta V to change your angle of your angle of attack, your angle of inclination, the further out you are. So, we're going to expend a minimal amount of Delta V here for us to break Munner orbit here and get back into Kerbin orbit in a very highly elliptical orbit here. So let's first do that. Let's attack this in stages here.
I am just wasting a lot of Delta V because this ship has enough Delta V to basically go to Saturn. So
That's good. Now again, from reading Seven Eves, if I recall correctly, the actual logic behind needing waste heat. What was I saying? Oh, it's basically like between your body heat and the heat of all the electronics, there's not enough like surface area in contact with deep space to draw out all that additional heat, which is why you need heat radiators.
Right.
Even though it's freaking cold in space.
Parts of space.
Well, true. A vast majority of space is flipping cold. You start approaching a star, yeah, okay. It's a little warmer. You know, during the wintertime in Chicago, we was saying, warmer near the lake.
I thought it was just warm, indirect sunlight.
Well, yeah, okay, it's warm in direct sunlight, yeah.
Which, in space, most of the time, you're going to be in direct sunlight.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in direct sunlight on Pluto, it's not going to be as...
Right, but I mean, we're not on Pluto. We are around Kerbin.
We are around Kerbin, yes. And I'm saying it is... You're right. It is warmer. I don't think it... Well, anyways. I'm not going to pretend I know the physics behind this. Why haven't you stopped time accelerating?
People wonder why I don't actually use the keyboard shortcuts for any of these things.
All right.
And it's because, in my experience, actually clicking the button to stop time accelerating is more reliable.
All right. I can't tell if extending that more... All right. So here... Okay, so we've broken orbit here. So now let's just time accelerate to our sphere of influence change. And close out our burn here. So here is... Oh no, we just haven't gotten there yet. Show me my new orbit. Alright, so here is... Why does the new orbit look like that? What am I in the sphere of influence of right now? Crazy Station, Sphere of Influence, Mun. Why does it still say I'm in this Mun Sphere of Influence? Oh, wait, no, there it goes. It took a while for it to think here. Alright, Sphere of Influence, Kerbin. So, oh, look at that. I just happen to be right at my ascending node. Or, well, I just passed it, but let's try to correct it here to put us more... Actually, what's going to be further away? Actually, it's not going to matter. My ascending node or my descending node. So hopefully...
Okay, let's...
Nope. I always get that wrong. When you're at your ascending node, you want to be at your anti-normal. In order to reduce your...
Yes? Yes.
Yes. Because I did it wrong the other way.
Three, 2, 0. Almost. Okay, that's really close. All right.
All right.
Now, I need to find a position that will get me an encounter with Minmus, which is actually right there. Surprisingly enough. And it's only like 30 delta V, huh?
Sorry, we're going to time warp again to our periapsis here. No!
What happened?
I exploded.
Okay.
Like, I was in the map mode, so I'm not 100% certain what happened, but yeah.
Weird.
I wish I could have known what happened. Well, let's wait for the disaster report to pop up here.
Yeah, say it should tell you.
I didn't crash into the No, because I was in the...
All right. There is an encounter. Great. Let's turn... Yes. Let's just warp to our... Oh, it doesn't matter.
Oh, here we go. Crazy station crashed into the mud.
Huh.
I must
Interesting. Well, my my satellite
Well, Valentina
had
and
some...
Bob will be missed. Now, because anytime I change perspective now, my game crashes.
Interesting. Well, my mapping satellite had a little too much waste heat.
Uh-oh.
And is now out of electricity. No, oh, did I really click that button?
Yeah, it's the same error I was getting before. The access violation error that I've always been getting. Is that anything new?
Well, I also may have accidentally clicked the revert button. Like a genius. That's all right. I'm not really concerned with the 60 science I might have had. Let's see if I can spend... I got enough science to get one level of something. It's mostly just a matter of whether I want to actually get anything. There's a thermal turbojet or a thermal rocket nozzle. Let's see. What does this do? Lots of thrust, lots of ISP. Uses liquid hydrogen. Flame out under 10%. Thermal nozzle controller. I can't actually scroll down to see what this needs. Produces an awful lot of waste heat. A general purpose thermal rocket nozzle, unlike a more conventional chemical rocket. This thermal rocket features a heat exchanger used to derive its propulsion power directly from a reactor. It must therefore be attached directly to a reactor in order to achieve any thrust. Interesting. You know what? I'm going to consider getting this level unlocked. Is there anything else at this level that I would want unlocked? Advanced heat management? You right there?
Oh, I'm fine.
All right, I unlocked that. Whatever. I'm actually really concerned for these deep space probes that I sent out now. Very concerned. Shouldn't have boarded the Duna one. That one is already out of electricity. Whoops. Alright. Well, maybe.
Now, you see right now my client is running at 3.2 gigs of memory. So that's about 1.5 gigs below max 32-bit integer. So I wonder if I wonder if I can prevent a crash if I kind of keep an eye on my memory amount here.
I don't think there's any preventing our crashes.
Well, you seem to be having them a lot less than me.
It just depends on the day of the week.
All right. So...
Well, this has no waste heat. You've been out here running for 174 days with no waste heat. Why the heck do the other ones have waste heat? Very confusing. You back in the game yet?
I'm back in the game, yes.
Good, because I have to restart my client.
All right, so since it is the...
See, you get crashing, you get crashes, I get forced to restart my client. So, like, my game doesn't crash, it just basically might as well have crashed anyways. So what's our plan here? What are we going to do? What do you want to do?
Panic, I guess.
How so?
Hold on, I'm panicking, trying to figure out what we're going to panic on.
Okay.
So my plan right now is we're going to take some more Kerbals up to Narnia, and I'm going to attach. Where? It's not structural. Is it under utility? Where are those like bays at?
I don't know. I didn't know if you wanted to actually just move further into the future to where there's more things to do.
No, we could.
Okay, so if we're going to do that, we're going to need to do... I think we have to do a couple things. We have to do some prep work, I believe. The landers are all ready to go. I do want to launch another satellite to send to Duna. But I can do that. I already have the design all laid out. We may want to consider using the Kerbal attachment system stuff to attach some radiators to some things.
Yeah,
that's... the landers. Well, like the landers and the ship that's actually going to take the Kerbals.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I mean, it'll just be a fast forward fest.
Yep.
We won't want to fast forward directly to the departure date. We're going to want to fast forward to close to it. Mm-hmm. Close enough that we can actually kind of space out the landers and satellites and everything that we have to send so that we can space them by basically a couple days.
Yeah.
I'm just about back in here, and then I can take a look at where we're at. Exactly. But I wouldn't mind getting us to the point where we can actually do some stuff with the Duna mission. Have to do a lot of quick saving because once we go, there will be no turning back.
Exactly. What did we say? Atmospheric fluid spectrovorometer device for scans of the surrounding atmosphere. Run atmosphere analysis.
All right. I am back in. What's up?
wish some of these things would let me know what altitude that they need to be ran at.
They do.
The atmospheric fluid spectrobarometer?
It's just a barometer, right? It just needs to be in a planet with atmosphere.
All right.
That's the vanilla barometer thing, right?
Is it? I thought...
No. Barometer.
Yeah, no, there's the pressure barometer.
Well, I would assume this thing also needs run in the atmosphere. And it just says run atmospheric analysis. I don't think it matters where in the atmosphere it's run from. It might be something that can do, like, low on the ground, maybe even, like... Well, you probably won't get high.
Well, here,
I'm not familiar with that particular part. All right, I'm going to load up...
Well, let's just see what this does.
The Deep Space Probe.
Run atmospheric analysis. Atmospheric analysis from Launchpad. Temperature and pressure readings suggest today is a good time for flying as any. Got 6 science out of that. But the gamma ray display thorium hotspots.
So I'm going to load up the Deep Space Probe here and then look for some radiators to attach. Maybe just one big one.
Hey, Bob Kerman's already back. He's already defaulted in my ship. So we're going to cover this vessel and hope... Nope. I can't even change scenes now. This is getting ridiculous.
This is getting out of hand. Alright, well, I guess we're just going to have to offset that then, since it doesn't want to place correctly.
Now look at this. Exact same error message as before.
Yeah, okay. We'll put just one radiator there, hopefully. We'll cover that, and we'll just click Save. And then we will not worry about that. And that'll do it for this episode. If you liked the video, click like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time for some more Kerbal Space Program. Thanks for watching. Bye.